There was a season in my life where I was waiting for God to move. I was expecting God to do something in my life. And I started waiting. Nothing was happening. Now, if you are a new Christian, you might not quite understand this. And if you're an old Christian in faith, meaning you've been in Christianity or in faith in Jesus Christ, believing in Jesus Christ for some numbers of years, you could perhaps relate with this. There are moments where you really do not know what's going on. There are moments where God is just quiet. You don't get any prophetic word. You don't get anyone to encourage you. You just don't know what's happening. It feels like God forgot about you, which is not true. It's in moments like that where you got to remember what God told you last. The instruction that God has given you last. And it's in moments like that you got to learn the art of waiting well. You see, some people wait for God, but then they don't wait well. You gotta learn to wait well when you wait for God. Waiting well. By the way, this is a powerful book that I read from a friend of mine, Lynette Beatty, who's in South Carolina. She wrote a book about waiting well. So I've been waiting for God to move, but I then understood I wasn't waiting well. So there is something, or there are things that God expects you to be doing while you are waiting for Him. And even when God is silent, God is still speaking. Now you gotta I wish you pray about this, and the Holy Spirit will teach you this. The silence of God does not mean there's no direction, nothing. No, the silence of God is still a language which you need the Holy Spirit to help you understand. What is it that He's saying? So when you wait for God, learn to wait well. Keep serving, keep praying. Don't be disappointed. Do not compare. Do not compete with people. Do not complain. Stay positive with your idea. Ask the Holy Spirit to encourage you. There are things that He's expecting from you to do while you're waiting for Him. Wow. So I pray you become a Christian that waits well for God. Not those who just wait. You're doing other things and you're waiting. It's kind of like you wanna go to a different country in the airport. You're waiting for your flight. But then you were supposed to be there at the airport. But then you are waiting for your flying ticket, or you're flying to a different country at the bus stop downtown. See, you can wait there for many hours. You will not fly. The problem is also, where are you waiting? And what are you doing while you're waiting for God? That's what I say, wait well. So as I was waiting, I read the book and started waiting well for God. And then I realized one day the Holy Spirit told me, but you were still waiting for me, but I've been waiting for you. Now that was a mind-blowing revelation. This is it. Let me make it simple for you. There are times whereby you are waiting for God to move, but then God had been waiting for you to move. Could this be part of your story? Is this not maybe relating to you? How will I know that I gotta move? I thought I was waiting for God. Well, pray. Get into serious prayer. The Holy Spirit will speak to you. Don't be waiting for God while God had been waiting for you to move. You are a great man. It's time to rise and shine. You are a great woman. It's time to rise and shine.